Upload number 2 for today. So, this one I got a journal entry. I'm just going to read it off to you guys. I'll give my thoughts at the end. So, the title of this is How to Keep Momentum. The way that my journal is set up, there's like things, there's prompts, right? So, there's like, what did you realize about yourself, reality training, etc.? And then, how will that affect you moving forward, and why is it important? So, even if things take time and there are delays that occur, it's important to keep a positive attitude and feeling of alertness because opportunities can rise at any moment. The practice of staying good through periods of waiting is a skill that can be developed, and it enables more progress because greater ideas require deeper states of thinking or consciousness. This can best be achieved through a constant focus on an idea or a concept. The reason why I mention a feeling of alertness is because being alert and ready enables you to get the necessary things out of the way quicker and with less mental fatigue so that you can go back to the main point of focus. So, this will affect me moving forward by keeping myself ready and willing to push forward the best that I can. This means creating a checkpoint that I can constantly come back to, thinking about what I can be doing, like writing this right now, or choosing to record the video right now, right, while I'm chilling with my friends or doing whatever. Whenever there's like some space in your mind and things die down, the place that you come back to after that rest should always be a moment of what could I be doing, right? And it should always tend to lead to things that are going to help you support your progress, like journaling or recording or whatever it may be, right? So when things die down, keep momentum going by constantly choosing to do something, write something, create something, anything. And why is this important? Well, when we aren't in motion and we're living passively, it interrupts the momentum required to achieve and maintain high value paradigms of thinking. So what I mean by that is that in order for you to really kind of ascend or elevate or achieve something, right, it requires momentum. It requires you to stay in an extended period of focus. When we're living passively and we're just sitting around kind of waiting for things to happen, nothing good could happen. Okay? Because you have to realize all the kind of higher things in life, all um, the higher states of thought, the more sophisticated states of thought, right? You could say that they all operate at the same kind of level, right? In terms of complexity and beauty and like efficiency. And the truth is that simply choosing to live passively is just below that level. You need to get yourself to some level of action, right? For you to be able to generate thoughts of consistently high value, right? The more we view things as transitory or merely a waiting period, the less that we're able to work towards our ultimate goals. And we remove agency from our own lives, right? A lot of the times I find myself in that situation where I'm just waiting for something to happen. I'm waiting to either call my friends or wait for them to get off work or something. I'm just waiting. And I don't think that's ever a good position to be in, especially in the past year, given my gap year. You know, I found myself waiting a lot for something to happen. And what that does is it assumes that things happen to us rather than viewing it as, you know, we are the ones that create things, rather than viewing it as you being the locus of control. It removes it from your own brain. And that ultimately has a negative impact on your life, right? Everything that you do builds towards something, be it for better or for worse. So when you are just sitting around waiting, you are building towards something. You're building towards it's a bad thing. That's the thing. It develops and constructs this belief that, we just need to wait. Because every action that you do, it's like putting a vote into a box. If you wait, you're putting a vote in, sorry. You're putting a vote into the box where it's like, I'm a waiting kind of person. I'm someone who waits. I'm someone who is going to take the time and just let things happen to me. And that's good in some cases, but in many cases, it's not. You want to be in motion, all right? Because even when we are doing things that aren't the main goal, that still counts as waiting. You're just occupying yourself in the meantime. And so it's about occupying every moment with something of significance. And whether that be something like silence or meditation, that's still something of significance. So long as it's, in contrast to this big thing in our heads where we're constantly stimulated, we need that silence in order to get back into that state, right? But simply sitting around doing nothing, it's not really a thing you should do. Choosing to find a way to be productive at all times creates the perspective through which great ideas can emerge. Boom. So even though some people may think that there are obstacles to this kind of living, that it would be hard to maintain or that it would take too much willpower to be feasible, consider this. Many tasks may be hard and grueling at first, but have you ever felt it when work actually feels good? When the pain and the pressure feels good because you know it is getting you closer to your goals and your ultimate desire? A lot of the times when I'm waiting and I'm bored, it's not a comfortable feeling. Even when I'm just vegging out on the couch, it feels like there's something in the back of my brain kind of nagging me to do something. And even when I start doing something, there's still going to be discomfort, obviously. But once you get into it, once you get into the flow of things, you start to genuinely enjoy the work. And that's a conclusion that I think many people need to come to, that work can be enjoyable, and not to say pleasurable, but enjoyable, fulfilling, and it's something of substance. I said here, it's like there is an escape velocity to life. The things holding us back, like anxiety, unease, and insecurity, only affect us when we don't have momentum in living. I think Alex Hormozy said this, where fear is like an ocean that's a mile wide, but only an inch deep. So you look around, you're saying, oh my God, there's all this stuff, like I can never do any of this. But you just take the first step and you realize you're not going to drown, right? This is nothing. And it enables you to move forward. Once you get some steps going, the fear, it may not go away. The anxiety may not go away, but it won't affect you anymore. It won't affect you as much if it does still affect you. So these emotions like anxiety and uneasiness, they evolve in the context of something greater. And the same anticipatory response is transformed into something that gets us fired up, that excites us, that enables us to be better. Because you have to realize the same mechanism that drives fear and anxiety is the same mechanism that drives excitement, and enthusiasm. It just depends on how you view it, how you're looking at the outcome, and where you think you're going to be on the other side of things. Ultimately, it kind of boils down to risk. And the more risks you take, the more you realize, you're alive at the end of it. Be it a good risk, bad risk, whether you lost some, won some, you're still going to make it. And that enables you to take control over the response rather than the response controlling you. So those are just my little thoughts. How to keep momentum, why it's important to keep momentum, all that kind of jazz. Hope you enjoy my little insights and stay tuned. Peace.